Wasn't pretty, but you're probably relieved to come away with that win.
Yeah, just a few quick things. Once again, I've said this the first time, the second time, and now the third time with New Zealand and what they're going through and the travel. I don't know if this league would be functioning without the sacrifices Dan and this group has made. And, I thought for the most part they probably outplayed us in a lot of ways, and we were just able to find ways to win the game now in a stretch and make a few more plays. The other thing is great for the Indigenous round for our first time to have a culture built in within our team, and now something that represents that with the great design that Sharni came up with for us, and to represent that tonight was fantastic, and the NBL does a great job with that. And I think the best part of the night for me really is to be in Launceston, to build our fan base, to be up here. The place was packed. We haven't been out because of COVID, but I think that just looking in the stands and seeing all the jack jumper stuff, and it's remarkable. I was here last year. There's no jack jumper gear. And now I look up there, every little kid's got it on, and I'm really, really excited about the future of this franchise, obviously, and we get a chance to come back here. But the Northwest and the North is hugely important to this franchise and us building a foundation with fans, and we appreciate them coming out. And the game was ugly. I think the humidity and the balls and the whole thing was just a grind for both teams, and just a struggling effort in both ways. And wasn't pretty, like you said, but we're grateful and humbled to be able to come away with a win.
You touched on being in Launceston. It was the biggest crowd ever for an NBL game.
Wow.
In Launceston as well. It's nice to make history.
Yeah.
Things, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's like I said, the state has really welcomed these guys. When I put this team together, I've talked about them a lot about building culture and building with guys that have high character. And these guys continue to represent the state as well as I could expect them, and I'm extremely proud of them, and just happy that the fans got to come out and see us get a win.
Given how tough it was shooting-wise for both teams, the biggest difference in the game was someone that was able to take the ball inside and be that aggressive guy inside and finish down the block. And MiKyle was massive again tonight.
Go ahead, big boy. You had a night.
It was a nice game to have. The team kept trusting and believing in me playing down there, but I think that the game plan by coach was to get into the paint, get points in the paint, and our shot wasn't falling tonight, so just tried to get into the paint and do everything we could. So I think that was the game plan, and it worked out well for me, but also with other players on our team as well.
It was probably about 5 or 6 games ago now where you had your breakout game, and you talked about how tough it had been in the first half of the season for you, but you've now strung multiple good games together. It must be a really good feeling to have found your feet.
Definitely. It's just about trusting the process and coming in every day ready to work. I think it started in practice. As soon as I started doing better in practice and being more consistent in practice, I think that everything kind of turned around. I struggled at first trying to get into the swing of things and how to play coach's way and do everything that way, and it was a little different for me and different than I've ever done. So it was an adjustment, but I thank him for believing in me and sticking beside me to trust it. And I kind of told him that, if you let it happen or let me have a chance, and it'll pay off for all of us, not only just myself. So I think that it was all on coach to allow me to still play, still be here, and do everything like that. So thank you to him.
Are you trying to get more minutes, or what are you trying to do?
Hey man, whatever.
We can't negotiate right now.
And also, MiKyle, what about how nice it is to be part of playing in a state where the people come out and love you guys and are so passionate about their support for you guys as well?
I remember originally when I was called to even come out here. The first thing I thought about was bringing basketball back to Tasmania and the history behind it. I got a full-long video with Coach and a couple other people talking about Tasmania. He was at different sites of Tasmania and just talking to us about everything that's happened in the history of Tasmania and also just how it looks and everything like that. And I was really drawn to trying to build something new, to be a part of something new like this, and knowing that a lot of people in Tasmania love basketball and they've always loved basketball, and just to bring something like this back to Tasmania, felt like something that was right and something that was going to be a lot of work, but a lot of work that pays off. And I think that we're already in the first year trying to do everything to build it on to the future, and we're doing a pretty good job. But I think it's all because of the fans and all the support that we get, and everybody has embraced us really well, and we're just very happy about that. I don't think any of us, I'm not sure, well, not me, I wasn't sure what to expect, but the love and respect and the fan support and everything that we've gotten so far has been amazing. So just thank you to them for being there for us.
I couldn't have said it any better. Brent Costello sleeping tonight, or what's he got going on? Oh, he's on the game? Oh, well, he's still here. He probably.
Hey, Scott, can I just ask you with congratulations on the win first, but earlier in the season when McKyle was struggling with fouls and to have an impact, did you ever consider going down a different path, or did you always have faith that he would come good?
Yeah, I think he summed it up. I've pushed all these guys to stretch and to get uncomfortable and not be what they were before they came here. And he was one of the guys that there's a lot of tough love, because I really, really do like him and on and off the floor. But he wasn't performing the way I thought he was capable of. And, there was moments where I thought, well, he's got to get his stuff together very quickly for us to take another step. And we kept working with him. He kept buying into the process. He kept buying into me screaming and yelling at him and not really affecting him other than to just go do the work. And the last few weeks, he's gradually started to put some things together, which I was hoping, envisioning for him as just a big, strong power guy that could play multiple positions, versatile, could handle the ball at his size. And, he's hit his stride a few games here, and I'm really happy for him.
And what was your message at halftime when shooting was a struggle, you get to hit a three? What was your message? Did you have to restructure then? Did you have to change the game plan?
Obviously, during the course of the game, we kept telling them, these guys, we're going to have to drive the ball. The ball's just not going in for either team, and there's a few hits or misses, but in general, it just was not falling from the three-point line. And at halftime, this team is very dangerous. It's extremely well coached, and we knew this was going to be a tough game no matter who shows up, and the league is about that just in general. And I think it was a great experience for us to be in another tight game and just figure out different ways that we could win. And we got a little bit more intent about getting the ball into the paint. Our defense kind of leveled things off a little bit. We got a little more aggressive, I think, up the floor, which helped us. And I think we held them to 9 points in the fourth quarter, which against anybody at any time is a recipe for success.
Thank you.
I've got just one more for you, McKyle. Heading up to Cairns now next week. You probably owe them one for earlier in the season.
Yeah, I think I go into every game thinking about how I performed the last game or how we performed as a team, because I remember we didn't play very well up there. So it's not really about me owing them one, but it's more about us going out there and doing our job to get the win. And tonight, like I said before, tonight was my night to do something and help the team, but it may be somebody else's night. So, even if my shots aren't falling or nothing like that's going my way in Cairns, God forbid, knock on wood, then obviously we have a bunch of other guys on our team that can do that offensively, but it also comes down to the defensive end and taking care of business that way. So whatever way it is that I have to do to help the team win, if it's defense or anything like that, then I'll be willing to do it. So it's not really about owing them one, but it's more about going out there and doing my job at the best of my ability. So we'll see how that goes.
Just one for Scott, actually, while we've got in. Just seeing all the fans out here tonight at the Silverdome, get you excited for when you get Illawarra out here in, I think it's like 2 weeks' time or something like that, back at the Dome?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, we've been kind of stymied with COVID from the fan standpoint. We were building a culture and trying to put a good product out on the floor, but we really haven't got into the schools. We haven't been out and about very much just because of our restrictions. And to know that we came up here and haven't really been out since preseason, and to have them fill the gym was just incredible. And I know when we come back to Illawarra, it'll be the same thing. And it's just great signs, road posts along the way that these guys are doing a lot of work. The fans are appreciating this type of play that they play and rallying around them. And again, we have a long way to go, but we have a fan base that we need to continue to build, especially up in this region, and we'll continue to do everything we possibly can to make sure that we're available and fan-friendly and being here for them.
And just one for McIntosh as well. I guess for when you're sitting in the stands, you can feel a bit different, but obviously you're out there on the hardwood. Just take us into what it was like to be out there in front of that crowd tonight.
It was exciting. It was exciting running out there for the first time, hearing everybody cheer as we did player introductions, and then when the lights came on, seeing everybody there. It was pretty exciting to turn around and see everybody cheering for us and seeing how big the crowd was. And I mean, it was a home game, but we weren't necessarily on our home court at my state, sorry. And it was just amazing to have everybody here in Launceston be a part of this win, being a part of this. I mean, it is Tasmania Jack Jumpers. It's not just Hobart Jack Jumpers. So Launceston being part of that is pretty amazing, and just seeing everybody in the crowd was pretty exciting, honestly.